Hi there, guys. I'm going to walk through my shop here and make a video of all the tools and some of the stuff that we have here so that you guys have a chance to look and see if there's something you could use. And just so you know, anybody that lives east of here, Eric has consented to come over with his truck and, if need be, get a trailer to pull, and he would haul all of this stuff to the east. So anybody out in that neck of the woods, if you're interested in some of this stuff, this might be a way to transport it. So we'll get started here and I'll just show you some of what's going on in here. We got this Grizzly 10-inch table saw with has a sliding table on one side and a Incra fence, which is adjustable down to the fine degree, and it's always been worked very good for us. This saw has a 3-horse 220 volt motor, and just so you know, we do have an extra motor for that. It went out once and we had it repaired. We bought a new one and just kept the repaired model. Over on this side, we've got our router table. Has this JESSM insert that will allow you to raise and lower the router, and it's completely enclosed. I think the best thing would be to take this unit as it is attached to the wall. That way you can have all of that stuff with it. And then above here we've got a few router bits in this little cabinet up here. Next door to that is our sanding table. This table is going to have to stay. It's got the suction system built into it, but we just laid out a few things here. We got this little combination belt disc sander, and it's a Delta model. And then we've got a Porter Cable detail sander, a Grizzly detail sander, and then several random orbits, a DeWalt, a couple of Makitas, and then we have a Porter Cable vibrator type sander, and then a Bosch random orbit. And then over here is this little disc belt 1-inch guy, which is a handy little thing. And we have an assortment of sandpaper up above here that comes in handy when you got most of that's for the random orbits. And here we have our oscillating spindle sander. We've got all the different sizes of sanders, and then we have some stored up above of different sizes. Right next door we've got this Kyrgyz of Sweden. It's a flexible drum sander kit. It has up here we have, you can see the cord. It's a cord that would go into one end of this motor, and these tubes right here are air filled, and you can pump them up on the end of these so that you can vary the pressure needed to do your sanding. Kind of a neat little gadget. And here we have the RBI scroll saw, and we'd probably throw this magnetic light in with that. And then we have an assortment of blades up here. Down here's the Delta joiner. Not much more to say about that. It's a good tool. We have the jig used to change out the blades, and I think we have a set of blades also. Spin around over here, we got another combination sander. This is a 6-inch. Grizzly has a 12-inch drum and a 6-inch belt. Right next door is a Grizzly bandsaw, 14-inch. And we have an assortment of blades for that also. Okay, we'll stop here at the shaper unit. It's got it's a reversible. It'll go either way. It's variable speed. You have an adjustment down here to vary the speed. And it has a lot of different rub collars, different size rub collars, and different size cutters here. And over here in the cabinet, we have some different arbors that you can use when you're using this shaper, as well as different cutters here. And up above, these are cutters that you would probably use on a table saw to make molding. And then we have a lot of router bits in this cabinet up here. Up on top there is some belts for the belt sander. And down below in this cabinet, some more router bits. We'll cover this stuff up on this wall here. We've got blades for both the radial arm saw and the table saw, and we have a set of SAE combination wrenches going from 1/4 to 1.25 inches, and then right down here we have a set of metric combinations going from 10 millimeters to 22. Here's the radial arm saw. It's an old Craftsman model, real heavy duty, and been a very good tool. Next door to that, a DeWalt 12-inch miter saw, and right next door is a 10-inch sliding miter saw by Makita. Keep on moving this way. We have a Grizzly radial drill press with a little table to hold your tools. It has an inspection light also above that. Pretty handy outfit. We'll cover this hanging cabinet right here. It's mostly all drill bits of different sizes and shapes. Pretty good assortment of Forstner bits. And then up on top here we have the tools for the turning lathe, which is right down here. Delta model turning lathe, and right below it we have the duplicator, which you can attach on here and duplicate whatever it is you need to turn. Something you don't see very often is we have a little mortising machine for making square holes. Kind of a handy little gadget. Behind me is a horizontal boring machine. Has a 3-horse. This is just 110. It's not a 220. And it'll bore 2 holes at a time. 3 different sizes of bits that we have. It requires a air compressor to control. We have the foot pedal down below that dries the drill bits. Got a tree here that holds quite a few clamps. Got some quick clamps on the end and different lengths of bar clamps. Make a quick stop here at this drawer. You can see we've got a little old smallness. We've got a 4-inch table saw, and I think there's 3 routers in here, maybe 4. It looks like a Porter cable, a Skill, and a DeWalt, the 2 plunge routers, and we have a small Porter cable, kind of like a laminate trimmer. Okay, we'll go around on this side. This cabinet has 2 air nailers, a soffit nailer, a slap nailer, and different staples and nails that we use for that. Got some chisels and quite an assortment of hole saws here. Just about every size you're going to need. Over on this side, we got tape, paint brushes, assorted screwdrivers and nut drivers. Here on this drawer we have 2 biscuit cutters, a DeWalt and a Makita, and we also have a Bosch real small biscuit cutter. They make little biscuits about 1 inch long. We got a portable planer and a belt sander. Even got an old style planer back there. Next door here, we've got an assortment of drill drivers. We've got the two 18-volt DeWalt impact drivers, 14-volt Angle DeWalt, a 9-volt Makita Angle driver, 12-volt impact drill driver, an 18-volt impact driver from DeWalt, and a 14-volt impact driver from DeWalt. And we have a cordless or corded Makita impact driver and a 9-volt Makita drill. Some assorted pack cabinet or boxes of different sized drill bits there. And over here we have in this cabinet some hand tools, combination and box wrenches down here, and some hand tools, and different odds and ends in here. And over here it's mostly socket handles and extensions and the different sockets and different sizes. A few screwdrivers there. There we got some speed levels and some cutters, a couple hammers and stuff like that there. The charging station over here, we've got chargers for all of the DeWalt and the Makita tools at this time. Here's some hardware cabinets. We've got an assortment here. You can tell by the junk on the top that I haven't kept up with getting them sorted out and put in there, but they're pretty handy cabinets. Got a few more over here on this side, some small ones, and we can stop down here. We've got 3 cabinets for different sized biscuits, and some more cabinets for hardware here and then up here. So that pretty well makes the circuit. We probably got more stuff that I haven't thought about, but that'll give you an idea. So take a look. Let me know, let me or Carlton know what your pleasure is, if there's any of this stuff you can use. I got one more stop to make. I just thought of over here. We've got some more clamps, some pretty long bar clamps. We got a set of clamps here for going up wood that you want to make like a tabletop. And if you're making picture frames, you've got the clamps to go all the way around that. And then we have quite an assortment of C-clamps down below. You've got an old Jorgensen clamp here and some other odds and ends stuff there. And here's some Bessie bar clamps up here, different lengths, and the 2 miter slides for the table saw, one for each side of the blade, and even an old drywall square and a couple of levels up here. So I think that pretty well covers it. We'll try to get this stuff out to you on YouTube, and you can have a look. Thank you now.